When you first started working with me, how stressed were you? Be honest, people love it. You can let it out.
I just didn't have all the
I didn't train you.
stuff down.
I didn't train you. I have no time.
No.
And I throw you literally in the middle of a firefight. This is Vietnam. And what she's saying is it's like this. There's a shorthand, okay? So for the general pop out there, and I hate this when comedians do this too, is when you're on stage, it's a battle. Okay, no matter if you're having a good set or not, it's a lot of energy expender. Especially someone like me, especially someone like her. She's a full-on performer. And when we come off, I'm dead. You know what I mean? I want to chill. Yeah. And we'll get rushed. People come up, hey, and it's like, let's take the proper protocol to go to the meet and greet section. Give me 2 minutes to decompress and then go over there. And so when you first started working with me, we would do it in places like in Florida, and I love Florida, but there are like, this guy had an amazing fish restaurant, and then he had a different stage, and he's like, I'm going to try comedy here, I have music. So we had a couple hundred people, and then like the guy comes up, and he just kept talking. He's like, I love that one episode you did at the Cleveland show, and he's taking pictures, and I'm like, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So if I say thank you to you a few times, that means we're done now. Yeah. But I can't say we're done now. So Sandy doesn't know. And I'm like, thank you so much. Sandy, have you met? And then she's like, huh? I go, Sandy. And then she's like, well, I go, Sandy. I'm like, I don't know fucking.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And so it took you a lot of times.
Yeah. Not a lot.
But a few Sandys. And
then I went over to the extreme.
Yes. And then she was like, get away. Get the fuck away from me. She got. So
this is the funniest.
And she needs her own bodyguard.
Oh, thank you. But here's the funniest story is that Jamie said, Sandy, just say yes. If they ask you a question, keep walking. Especially the people that would work. Some of the people, the staff members, they would say, okay, so when you're backstage, you get one free appetizer. The salad is half off. And then Jamie gets the dinner, but you have to pay for yours. And Jamie's like, just say yes and keep walking. I'm like writing shorthand.
Yes.
I'm writing all the notes down. Okay, one appetizer free.
Yes, this is another thing that happens. Well, we go to some of these places. Yeah. You get in, and no offense to the staff, but they'll just beeline it to you. You just got off a plane. You did radio, and they're like, okay, so what time do you want your cue? What time do you want your music? Okay, you get a meal. Sandy has to pay. And I'm like, sure. Like, just go. They don't take the cues either. We're like, yo, we just want a Zen den. So and you were new to that. So you were like, okay, so I get 2 chicken fingers, not 4. And I have a house salad. I'm like, just yes. Yes, I'll take care of you. But the funny thing is, it's the same with customers. You just, for the ones that don't get it, just lie. Just say, just lie. Yeah. Tell them whatever they want and move on, because they're not going to get it.
Yeah.
But people that do get it. So that's what I'm trying to teach you, because you give everybody like the same breadth of awareness that you have, and that's just not the case. And you spend a lot of time like, why is this man defecating on Hollywood Boulevard? Can't he find a toilet? I'm like, no, Sandy, that's not how it works. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Now, you have such a good journey. You were and you are Oakland Raiders NFL cheerleader, I would say, Hall of Fame. You're for life. You are you're a legend in this. When did this start?
When the Raiders came to L.A.
What year?
First time.
87?
19, something like that.
And by the way,
God, I'm going to take my jacket.
It's getting hot in here. Yeah. When I have her on the road, you have your own fans.
Yeah, I do.
You have your own fans. Yeah. So
He was nice enough. I was bringing in the bucks. He was nice enough for me to have my 8x10s, calendars, and trading cards and what have you.
Yeah, she got good stuff.
And
a lot of trading cards. Hold that to your
keep all the proceeds.
Of course, get a couple bucks.
Yeah, so I did well for that, and is helping sell his stuff.
She has to sell my stuff.
Yeah, I was doing both.
Remember, we got in a fight in the green room, and I said, "A baby can do it." Oh yeah. And she's like, "I'm not a baby." Wait, so
I said, I care about you.
yeah,
You might not realize you just yelled at me. I'm going to take a walk and I will be right back.
we go very therapy places.
Yes, yeah, we do.
Now hold on. So
Yeah.
you cheered for how long?
5 years.
And you started when you were in the
When I was
out of high
5.
school? I
When I
know.
was 5.
Out of high school or college?
Well, I
Around there.
started cheering in high school
Yeah, but you went in.
and then college and then the Raiders. Yeah.
The thing is, Sandy, and I agree with this, but podcasts are to share, and you have so many good stories, and I know you can't really share some, but you have a lot of stories.
Yeah.
What I love about you is you'll take them to the grave.
Well, over 1,000 girls tried out for the Raiders.
Mhm.
You know, I was like, my girlfriend was a Rams cheerleader, and I didn't even know about the Raiders team. And she told me about it. She said, let's go down. And so there was like, each girl was more beautiful than the next. And they had all these tricks that I didn't know because I was always overweight.
Which I can't believe.
Yeah, I was always overweight and funny.
Mhm.
So I never saw myself as like a beauty queen type of a girl or anything like that. I would kind of stay away from that. But I had joined a support group and I lost a lot of weight.
Mhm.
So my girlfriend said, let's try out for the Raiders. So I'm like, okay. So
And you already had a lot of cheer and dance training.
I did from high school, college, and what have you. So
Were you palm or were you didn't do tricks?
straight arm or palm?
Yeah, and were you since you were heavy? Don't take
I
this
was
wrong.
on the bottom.
You were a back or a base?
No,
You were a base?
I wasn't a flyer. The
Okay.
flyers are on top.
Yes.
Alyssa's
a flyer.
Alyssa's a flyer.
Yes.
No, I was on the base.
You're a base. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's different than what the Raiders had. So
No,
this
yeah.
is-
Oh, yeah. There's no. Basically, for Raiders, if you dance, it's a plus. But they just want you to have. They did want you to have personality, which was great,
Mhm.
and they liked a mixed ethnic background.
Mhm.
They liked a lot of different to represent everybody who are the Raider fans. You know.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I made the first cut.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, I made the first cut. And so then you come back
Okay.
and they ask you questions. And each girl was like sounding the same to me. A lot of the girls were sounding the same, you know. And I thought, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? So Al Locasell, who's the executive VP, may he rest in peace for the Raiders, he said, okay, Miss Walshin, we have a couple questions for you. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? And I said, well, I hope to have a boyfriend by then. And he said, okay, thank you. We will be seeing you. And I mean, comedy has helped me my entire life, even for cheerleading tryouts.
Wait, so that,
I think that was the clincher right there.
do you think because you were funny or because they're like, oh, cool, she's single?
No, no.
That's
But there were mostly overweight men that were the judges sitting there, you know, nah, she's too fat. Nah, she's got big thighs. I don't want her.
wow. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the 80s.
Yeah.
And it was different than it is.
It
now.
was. It was.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you got it. And then boom, there's only like 12 girls, right?
No, there's it was over 1,000, and there were
No, on the squad.
yeah. No, we were 48. So there's 12. There's 4
I knew that. I knew there was 12. But they rotate.
corners of the Coliseum.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, each group. Okay.
So the end zone, the 2 end zones, and the press side and the visitor side. And so we have 6 girls in front, and you space it out, and 6 girls in the back row, 6 girls in the front. So there's 12 on each, and you rotate. And you want to end up on the press side at the end of the game, especially if you're winning.
Because that's how you're going to get TV.
Right. That's how you get your TV time.
Wow. and you're,
It's all strategic. Yeah.
and so you,
I just want to put a shout out to the alumni too.
yes.
Because I am a part of an alumni group from cheerleaders from the 1960s all the way to present. And just to my Raiderette sisters out there, I love you, and thank you for all the years of support, because they all show up to my shows.
You do. She's got this huge group, and when we do shows in town, and if I book Sandy, there's gonna be 50 ladies in there, and they like to get after it.
Yeah.
They like to get their drinks on, and they got opinions. They're not scared. They got opinions. Let's
You're talking about Rhonda.
Oh, Rhonda. Oh, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. She came in. What was the show? She came at me hard.
Oh, it's the junkyard.
Yeah, the junkyard. She's also like, shut up. She's
No. No, she's beautiful soul.
beautiful
Really is.
soul.
Yeah, she really liked you. She thinks you're really funny.
I love Rhonda too. I'm just saying she's definitely familiar with the glass of Pinot. Sandy's getting worried. Just want to lose membership.
Yeah.
I'll delete
I'm
that.
the fourth out of 6 kids, so I make sure,
Very
I'm the, what do you call it? The person that keeps,
People pleaser.
Yeah, that people
Keeps the
pleaser,
peace.
Keeps the peace. Yeah.
You have this, but you really do. Like, I don't think people realize that you love the life. You've had it your whole life, your career, and you to go to events, and people have you go to Hawaii and stuff, and go to and you're appear with these women, right?
Yeah.
And do you do events? Like, do you get paid?
Yeah, well, it depends. Each one, we do a lot of charity events.
Mhm.
And, when I was cheering, we were always at the VA, and you become very worldly at a very young age, and you learn a life of service, which I think is important, which I'm trying to teach Max, is to be of service, gratitude and service, and love and service, and tolerance. I feel like I sound like a preacher, but no, we had that opportunity, whether it was the Boy Scouts of America or a lot of promotions for the foster care system with at the different golf resorts. There's a lot of different, children's hospital. We'd show up the holidays, and it was really meaningful. And we do some of that today. A lot of us are in the, and I don't know if you do it, but they would love to have you. Almost every year, part of the Pacoima Christmas parade in East LA.
I might roll out.
Really?
Yeah.
Would love to have you there.
Do you get on the float?
Yeah, you're on the car. Yeah, the float. The
you got the hand.
Oh my God, I was so confused. I was saying I wanted to say Merry Christmas.
That's illegal now.
Yo hablo español.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You habla mucho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo nací en Miami.
Yes. Speak a little bit for the people.
Y mi mamá era una profesora de idiomas, y por eso también lo estudio en la escuela. Entonces, I'm at the, I got confused, which happens as you get older. And I'm at the Pacoima, which is in East LA, the Christmas parade, and we have a car for the Raiderettes. And I want to say Merry Christmas. So I say, Feliz cumpleaños. Feliz cumpleaños, which is happy birthday. Because I got all confused. I'm like, Feliz cumpleaños. Feliz cumpleaños. And somebody corrected me. I said, well, Feliz cumpleaños. He said, you mean Feliz Navidad? I said, sí, pero Feliz cumpleaños de Jesús. It's Jesus' birthday, because I tried to cover my ass.
So you got a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I got so confused. But you would love it. They're so appreciative, and it's just fun. It's really fun to do. But
So I have to get on the float with the Raiderettes.
oh yeah, oh you could be on the same car.
You do it every year?
Yeah, every year.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
How much did you get paid a game when you cheered?
I think it was $35 to $60 a game, something like that.
I hear it's like $50
Yeah,
a game.
yeah, and happy to do it.
Yeah.
Happy to do it. We were happy to do it because girls would do it for free. We felt honored.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, Jamie, the Raiders were good to me. They were good to me.
Oh, I know.
They
Look
gave
at
me
my
gigs.
hat. Look at the hat.
Yeah.
Show people. You got me that hat.
Jamie.
Looking underneath it, the Raiders hat.
Yeah,
I have a signed hat from her.
that's right.
So the Raiders are the best to you. People, they have this reputation of being like an intense, crazy club, but they're the best, right?
Oh, totally. It's like a family, especially now with the alumni. And I've performed. They've gotten me gigs at different venues representing the Raiders, and now the stadium is amazing.
Have you gone?
Yes, I'm in the Hall of Fame for the Raiderettes.
Is your picture in that stadium? Wow, the new one?
Yeah,
Spaceship?
in the locker room. Yep.
That is cool.
And they have all the different uniforms from the different years. It's how the uniforms looked in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And there's like 500 of us. They just celebrated 60 years of cheerleaders. So there was 500 of us on the field, and from women in their 80s, from the 1960s, all the way up to current. We're all out there, and I fell in love. I didn't know this woman. I'm not going to mention her name, but she was just going through chemo, and she had a busted hip. So she is going out there. She's going out there. I wouldn't miss this for anything. She's got her wig on from the chemo, and I said, I love her.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah. It's amazing. Wow.
I just loved her, and we were all there together. It was just fantastic. The Raiders are really good to us. They gave us a big party and dinner. It was just wonderful.
People need to hear this because, that's just a class organization. Do you know what I mean? It's like a beautiful. I can tell that they're so loyal. It started with, the top with Al.
Yeah.
Al Davis.
And his son.
Yeah, now his son is John Davis. Is it John Davis? Was this
Mark.
Oh, Mark Davis.
That's okay.
Yeah, Mark
That's
Davis.
okay. Yeah, Mark is terrific.
So you know Mark?
Yes.
And did you know Al?
Yes.
Yes. And it's
Yeah.
literally runs like a family.
Yeah. And Mark is so good to all the Raiderettes. Really.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great sisterhood.
I know. I see them. They come out. They come to shows. I
Yeah.
know the popularity. I know the people that follow you. What about, back then, was it okay to fraternize with the players or no?
Raiders are the only team in the whole NFL that allow the cheerleaders to date and marry the players.
Why?
Although some girls got confused. I thought they said date married players. Just kidding. No. But no.
Do you do that joke?
No.
You should.
I should?
That's hilarious.
Okay.
That's hilarious. That's why we love the Raiders.
Right.
Is that not why we love the Raiders?
Yeah.
That's so cool. So the NFL can't say anything.
No, they say it's okay. Yeah.
And so I'm sure you had your friends that liked you.
My friends?
I'm sure there's some couple players that liked you.
Oh, it's the same ones that liked you. Those same ones.
You're so quiet about this stuff. So there was a lot of fraternizing back in the 80s.
We had a lot of fun. It was I'll tell you
That term, fun.
well, I'm telling you, these guys are great guys, and most of them spiritual.
Yeah, no, I know.
Most of them are just like, you could tell that their moms raised them well.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Allen, very big fan of mine, would come to my comedy shows.
Mm-hmm.
Really loved that. Howie Long is a great guy, raised by his grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
These are all great guys.
Mm-hmm.
Great guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a wonderful experience. And then